I don't know how to follow that. Hello, Ellen. Well, I obviously thought your music video was top notch yesterday, and so I'm going to follow that up with something British as well. So I've been very busy lately with schoolwork, as I'm sure you have, because the end of the semester is near. One of my favorite things to do when I'm just kind of stressed out with all of the work I have is to take a break and either read a chapter of my favorite book or watch an episode of my favorite TV show, or if I have a little more time, watch one of my favorite movies or something. So instead of eating comfort food, I kind of have this comfort media intake thing, I guess. And I bet you can't guess what that entailed yesterday. I watched Doctor Who! So yesterday I spent some time watching the episode The 11th Hour, which is the first episode of the 5th series of Doctor Who, which is the first episode with Matt Smith and Karen Gillian, aka 11 and Amy Pond, together in the same episode. So 1 year later, we're going to do a recap on what happened on Doctor Who a year ago. And I think I've rewatched this episode before, but I haven't watched it since the end of the series. So this is the first time I've watched it since that sort of story arc ended. And it was really nice because I remember when I watched it the first time, I kind of thought that Jeff was going to be a main character, and he's definitely not. And I knew that Rory was probably going to play some role, but I didn't realize how big of a role he was going to play. It was really interesting to go back and see the foundation of this relationship that I've seen over the course of this series. I think all of the companions at some point develop this relationship with the Doctor where they're not only willing to completely trust him, but kind of question him. But there's usually a bit of this learning curve, and I don't think anyone has jumped on this so quickly as Amy has. And I think the reason for that is, I mean, she's gotten past the learning curve. She got past the learning curve at like 12 or something, because she has known the Doctor her entire life. And so she has had these adventures with the Doctor, even though they're not the Doctor. She has developed this relationship with him as an imaginary friend. And now this imaginary friend that she's had all these adventures with and been talking to 4 therapists about and writing stories about and drawing and talking about him has all of a sudden come to life, and she can no longer control what he does. He is an actual physical person in her life now, and so he doesn't always do what she wants him to do. So she's already gotten to the point in the relationship where she can chain him to a furnace or lock his tie in a car door. She says, "You're going to explain this to me. I'm not going to trust you blindly. Give me a reason." And I think that's very important for their relationship, especially since the Doctor's just regenerated and he has this whole new TARDIS, and he has this whole new body, and he has this whole new sonic screwdriver, and he has this whole new companion. His companion is someone who knows him. Anyway, this was all just kind of to say why I like Amy's character so much. Maybe you should tell me why you don't like Amy. I'm curious. So yeah, I hope you are having a good week. I'm sorry you're not British, but the United States is kind of cool. I won't lie, I like it. I don't have a whole lot else to say, and I have to go to class soon, so I will say farewell, and adieu, and adios. Bye!
Yeah, we can travel time together.